I am doing something I've never done before in my van today and making bread. It sounds crazy because I don't have an oven in my van, but this is a bread recipe that should be able to be roasted either on a propane stove or a campfire. So right now I'm in a place called Lava Hot Springs in southern Idaho. It's a beautiful little hot spring stop. Tomorrow I'm headed down into Utah to be into the countryside, and I'll be able to cook breakfast tomorrow morning is the plan after I make this bread today. So let me show you the recipe. This is the simplest bread recipe you've ever seen. Only comes with 4 ingredients. We have bread flour right here. We have active dry yeast, salts, and then I have water in my water bottle. There will be no measurements today. I'm just gonna walk you through it and exactly how it's made. First up, a couple little scoops of bread flour out of just a little cup that I have in my van. This is my first time making this recipe, so I'm not going to put too much in, just to experiment and see how much it rises. Second up, just a little bit of salt here. Just opened up the sprinkle, and we're going to do a little bit of that. Finally, we have yeast. So it should not matter how much yeast I add to this thing. It's just like whatever I feel like. Add some yeast. I don't know how much yeast to add to anything. I don't think I've ever made bread. So just like 3 little fingerful pinches. Okay, now it's all mixed together. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make basically a little volcano right here in the middle, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water at a time because, once again, this is my first time making this recipe and I don't know exactly how much water I will need, so I'm just gonna add a little bit and just stir that in. I added enough water to create one big sticky ball. It is continuous. It is very sticky, but you want to knead that stickiness out so you can see it right here. If we just knead that for a little while, it should become a more full dough ball. I think it's been probably 3 minutes and we have a bread ball. See, now you can throw it. It's not so sticky. My hands are much cleaner. Now we have bread. That's exciting. I'll roll it up and do a nice happy little ball here. Put it in the bucket or the little bowl, and we'll put that to rise overnight, and I'll see you tomorrow in Utah to see how this bread's turned out and if it actually tastes that good when we cook it. I had to drive a lot yesterday, but I found an amazing campsite out here on the Utah public lands. Now we get to check the bread that I left out last night, see how it would turn out. Let's see what happened. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I'll throw a picture up. Look how tiny it was yesterday, and look how big it is now. Oh, that's amazing. About time to make a good breakfast pizza now. Let's get started. I just set up the cooking station outside. Now what I'm going to start with in here is just drizzling this pan with a little bit of olive oil. This is where I'm going to cook my breakfast pizza this morning. So I'll stretch it out over this, but first we got to make sure that it doesn't stick to this cast iron pan. Now, I think we have too much bread. That was kind of the plan because I'd like to be able to use this for a couple days. So I'm going to try to scoop out about half of this dough loaf and just spread it out along this pan. Now we got it kind of spread out here. Now we'll have it try to fill up this whole pan. Boom, perfect breakfast pizza. I gotta say, I just love the desert out here in northeastern Utah. It's super underrated because out here I can still walk barefoot. When you get down to southern Utah, that's when the goat heads start growing, and the goat heads are little demon plants that'll destroy your feet whenever you try to walk outside barefoot. But here I can still do it and enjoy in the morning. Time to fire up the stove. So we flip that on, come right over here, pop this guy on. There we go, we have fire. Okay, I'm gonna put the cast iron pizza right down here to start to cook. And we got a lot more stuff coming. to put on the breakfast pizza. So that's what we're gonna go start on right now. While that's cooking, I'll show you a little bit of the topping mix that I've got for the rest of the pizza. The first thing we got is bacon, so I'm gonna be cutting that open. I got some egg whites purely because it just came in the convenient container. I would prefer full eggs, but these egg whites will do today just because it's so transportable. Some diced tomatoes, and then a little bit of cheese, of course, because what's a pizza without cheese? And I'm gonna be roasting that mixture up right here in this bigger cast iron pan. So let's pull all this bacon out. And we're gonna try to cook all of this morning because I don't really love to have raw meat in the van. It's too much of a rotten issue that starts to happen. And we're gonna hit the pan once again with another dose of olive oil and put all these in first. And then after these start cooking, we'll throw in the rest of the ingredients. Let's come over, take a peek at the pizza. We're starting to get fluffy. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. And flip that over to keep on roasting. This thing's cooking way faster than I thought, so I gotta start moving. Because that pizza is cooking so fast, I'm just gonna throw the bacon on right now. This is gonna use a lot of fuel, so it's not something I'd normally do, but I have plenty right now, and this is very exciting. So we're just gonna keep it moving. Okay, I think we're ready to pull this breakfast pizza off, turn off the stove. Look at what we got here. Let's put this aside, let that cool down, and we'll focus on the bacon for a bit. The pizza cooled off enough for me to tear off a little corner. I gotta say, it's remarkably good already. Boom, this is the last of the bacon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna throw it all on top of the pizza. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of this grease and probably drizzle it over the top to get all that flavor. Now we're gonna use all this leftover stuff to start cooking the eggs. This stuff's gonna cook fast, so I gotta be on it and probably turn down the stove. Definitely too much bacon grease in there. We're essentially frying these eggs now, not really cooking them. Definitely not gonna be over easy, but that's okay. I like a fried egg. Now I have my diced tomatoes, so I'm gonna incorporate just a little bit of those into the mixture. I'm not sure how that'll turn out, but I do want some veggies in here. Something with a little freshness. I just pulled it off the stove. We're gonna let that sit and let a little bit of cheese melt on top of that. That also might have been a little bit too much cheese to really expect this to melt and turn into a good slurry like I was kind of planning on. But that's what they say in the kitchen, right? There's no mistakes, there's only happy accidents. Now I'm gonna bring you down and show you what our final product is gonna look like here. It's still a little hot, but I think it's cool enough to put on the dirt now. And we'll put that right over here for now and bring up our pizza. I'm gonna throw all this bacon kind of over on the side here for a second. We got some delicious bacon grease on here. We got some delicious cooked bacon right over here. And what I'm gonna do, at least I hope this is gonna work out the way I was planning, is I'm just gonna take the slurry and kind of use this as our sauce. Okay, that's gonna go on the pizza. It's maybe a little bit wet, but I did make almost the perfect amount for it. So that is our messy morning egg tomato mixture. And I'm just gonna put the pieces of bacon on it. Just like this. And call that a pizza. And that is what the final thing looks like. Oh, this is gonna feed me for like 3 days, I feel like. But let's take it inside and start eating, see if I can actually get a slice off of this monster. Oh my gosh. Okay, the moment of truth. Can I actually get a slice out of this thing? Let's give it a shot right here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I've never been so excited to eat anything ever. Oh my gosh. A pizza slice. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's the messiest and most like feral meal I've ever made for myself on the road. But I have to say, like, just to talk about this in actual detail, like an educated human real quick, this bread, for being as simple as a recipe it is, salt, flour, water, man, like, unbelievable. And the amazing thing I'm thinking about here is, this isn't the only thing I can make with that. That bread can go on anything. I could just have it as toast in the morning. You could make dessert stuff with it. You could put like some cream cheese frosting on there. You could do bagels. You could just do like an egg and cheese sandwich in the morning. That bread is a game changer for van life, and I got to give a huge shout out to the Outdoor Boys Luke channel, Luke, the dad that ran it. He's amazing. But coming up with this, it's an awesome, awesome bread recipe, and I can't recommend that enough. Oh, I'm actually already full. This is gonna last so long. The only downside of this recipe now is that I got a lot of cleanup to do. But it's worth it for this. So I think I'm going to start carrying around just the dough for this most places I go, because I'm just going to be able to cook this in so many different things. I have got to go take a hike to burn off some of these pizza calories now, but I hope you enjoyed that little campfire cook or little van life cooking session. Now, before I go hike through the Utah forest over here, I've got a special announcement for those of you who want to travel internationally and get outside of the United States to see some really amazing wild places. In about 6 months here, I'm hosting my next group trip in Madeira, Portugal. It's a mountain island with some of the best hiking trails in all of Europe during the height of the whale migration season. So I'm hosting that trip next May. I think about 6 months from where this video goes up is when I'll be hosting that trip. Right now, I've got 5 spots left. So if you are interested in coming on that trip for maybe the best price anyone's ever gone to Portugal for this kind of trip, then click the link in the description, and I hope to see you there. Stay wild, be free, and I'm out.